so um, welcome to Brothers Backstage, my boys. Um, Today we're gonna talk about a couple of things pertaining to the news. Before we get into this, I do want to say go follow my Instagram and my TikTok, Cook by EJ, on both platforms, and Brother EJ on Instagram. I'm thinking about coming back and posting music, and it'll be on Brother EJ. So, with that being said, um, let's get into the podcast, man. So first off, um, I've been freaking blessed to have like certain opportunities open up for me. So this is why I haven't really been posting on this channel a lot. To be honest, I think it's been 2 weeks that I haven't posted. Which, to be honest, I mean, I feel like it's for a good reason. I got a lot of things going on in the mix that I want to get taken care of before I even, you know, hit get like basically get back into this. Um, and it is fun getting on here and talking shit, right? But when it gets to a point of when it gets to a point of we got shit to take care of. We got shit to take care of. Yeah, that's just what it is. So it's definitely been. I've never been wanting to get back to it. That's why I'm recording at 8 because this is really the only day uh, that I have that I could properly like sit down and record for maybe about an hour. Um, so yeah, man. So I really wanna say what I got going on, but I'm gonna say this. The people say that I can't speak about it. I can't speak directly about it, but just know it's dope as fuck. Like, um, so let's. I really want to say it's so fucking bad, bro. Anyway, let's just get into it. So, um, for all the dogs, man, for all the fucking dogs, bro. Dope album, dope, dope ass album. The production value of Drake, especially with these last couple albums, just been crazy. Like you can tell he puts in so much. I'm not talking about just like his voice and preset. I'm talking about like the beats, the kind of the skits that he be doing. Like all that is just amazing. And I think for this, what you call it, for this album, it definitely stood out. Um, with like the for all the dogs when he's like oh for all the dogs and then it's barking in the background. I feel like it's something. It sends a message when he does that. You feel me? Like you can really feel it, especially because it comes at certain points in the song that it's just like that it needed it right there. Um, and so for all the dogs, man, I really love this album. Other than a couple songs that I feel like are just kind of like filler songs, which you kind of need that in an album, like songs that's good, but not like it's not a hit, but it's good. Like it can mesh with everybody, but it's not a hit. You feel me? You need some of those, and so he had some of those. Like you feel me? Like that's just I'm gonna just keep it a bean. Um, and so hold on, my bad. My bad. I had to text somebody back, but damn, what was I about to say? Oh, the I, I've bro, I seen this freaking lady on the Breakfast Club. I just seen it actually, and this one made me want to get up and do a podcast because I was actually chilling, laying down um, on Instagram just to find, you feel me, find some stuff to talk about. Um, because that's how I do a lot of these podcasts. To be honest, I look on Instagram, I look on YouTube, or I look in the news, not like actual fucking on the TV news, but I look on the news. I look at different things for talking points, and I just get on here and speak my mind about them. This lady, she was on the Breakfast Club. I literally do not know who the fuck she was. I guess she's big. I don't really. I'm gonna be real. I just do not know this lady, and it's not even like an ego thing. It's not like I genuinely do not know her. I'm dead serious. Um, and she looked like she was a middle-aged mom. I'm gonna be real. And she's talking about some. She was listening to Drake, like she was a day one Drake fan, and ever since Views, she really couldn't get with Drake. And she says she misses the goofy kid Drake, and I'm like, what? And then she said she also misses the toxic goofy kid Drake, and I'm like, that's him. Did you not listen to this? Did you not listen to this album? The album is literally called "For All the Dogs." It's a toxic thing. It's a toxic name that is associated with that, or toxic meaning that's associated with that. Because if you're a dog, if you're you know going around dogging bitches for all the dogs. So I don't understand what is she like. What she meant. I really did not understand what she meant by I miss the goofy part. Nigga, he got a song with Yeet. Like he got a song with Sexy Red that's like super playful, like with him. So I don't understand like what the lady meant. She said she was like in her 40s, I think. Um, and so you're not even supposed to be listening. And let me be real. He's 37. Drake's 37, and he's a billionaire, right? You know he's not doing regular stuff. So in one, he's being himself, and then two, he's not doing regular stuff. The nigga's 37, right? Nigga's taking trips literally on demand. Like he can do whatever he wants. So it's certain things that he's probably gonna rap about, and it might seem like I looked at some of the comments and people were saying like he's trying to fit in. I'm like, bro, how is he trying to fit in? If he's talking about himself, and two, he's talking about stuff that he's done and I guess relationships that he's been in and situations that he's been in, and that's just himself. And it's not him fitting in because to be honest, that's how Drake been doing his songs. See, I listen to Drake a lot, bro. I listen to him on repeat. I've listened to this album on repeat for 3 days straight now, and I'm getting a grasp of what it is. You feel me? It's definitely different from his past like three, 4 albums, and I love that. You feel me? He's actually getting it's more of a mixtape. I'm gonna be real, um, but it's good. It's a good piece of work. I think it's not like a 10. I'm gonna be real because it's a couple of iffy songs, but all around, bro, it's a solid album. I think it's an 8.5 out of 10 or 9. It's a really good album. So I don't understand. I think here's my take on this. I think when you're at a certain level of fame and notoriety, people are gonna hate you regardless, bro. Like people are going to hate you for literally no reason. Like that's just what it's gonna be. I think. Like you can't escape it. Like you literally can't escape it. So I think that's what it is. I think some people are. I mean, unless you genuinely not. Don't get me wrong. and I think this is just about anybody in music. I'm gonna just be 100% real. You're gonna get people that don't actually don't like your music. But in this case, I think once you hit a certain level, you're gonna have like haters, bro. That just hate on you for no reason. I think there's a difference between not liking somebody's music and hating. People don't understand that. Like hating is going out of your way to say, "Oh, this nigga's shit. This nigga's that." But not liking the music for what it is totally different from hating, bro. People don't understand that. And so I think there's more hating than people not liking his music. And I feel like that needs to be talked about more. So that's just my stance on it. It's really fucked, bro. It's really fucked. The fact that people are like really hating on Drake, um, when it's a solid album, it's a really good album. You feel me? And yeah, okay. Let's move on from that. For all the dogs, go check it out, man. It's good. Like I said, it's not 10 out of 10. It's definitely 8.5 out of 10. Um, hold on, let me text somebody real quick. Yeah, nigga, we don't do no editing. Trying to, you feel me, get back to recording, but got some shit to handle. Minutes. Okay. Um. So next topic. UFC. This is probably one of the craziest weeks of UFC history. Um, behind the John Jones and Daniel Cormier pickleground thing, behind um, behind the Conor and Khabib thing, um, it's definitely top five craziest. So if you don't know or you don't tune into the UFC, the card that is the biggest card that's going on right now is that's about to go on the 21st in Abu Dhabi is or was Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev for the lightweight belt, co-main by Hamzat Chimaev versus Paulo Costa. Now, the reason why I say was is because Charles Oliveira was sparring. Uh, his fifth round, I guess, maybe like the last minute, he gets cut badly. If you haven't seen the cut, go on Twitter, just look up Charles Oliveira cut. Bad, right above the eye. He's in his last round. The dot or his team goes and gets him stitched up, and then they tell the UFC. The UFC says if you would have brought him here first, we could have sent him to a plastic surgeon, got him stitched from the inside out, and he would have been fine to fight. Now the fight with between Islam and Charles is off, but the fight that we should have had against Islam and Volk is happening. The rematch. Alexander Volkanovski versus Islam Makhachev 2 should have been what we had in Abu Dhabi. I'm gonna keep it a band. I hate that it's short notice, but at the same time, I think Alex Volkanovski is gonna step. He's gonna step up that night. Um, it's a beautiful thing. 'Cause I think one, history it rewrites itself, and two, um, it shows how much these fighters like well, the top level fighters, they put so much on the line, right? For legacy, and I love it. Volk is trying to, and I think this is the most impressive win if he gets it. He's putting his legacy on the line to go up a weight class. Not only go up a weight class, do it on short notice, and not only do it on short notice, but do it against a guy that he had a split decision loss against. I think it was split decision. I don't know if it was split decision or unanimous. But that's a bad motherfucker. That guy, he's him. You feel me? He's him. Even for taking the fight, right? Even for taking the fight, he's bad. Like that's a crazy guy. Like that guy's for real. He means business, bro. Especially by his legacy. He's not playing about that. And I think this is gonna cement him even more. Even more, bro. If he goes up, beats Islam on what, 11 days notice, 12 days notice, that's powerful. And I think that is when you get the trilogy fights. And I guarantee if Volk wins, bro, this is gonna be a crazy, story. It's gonna be a crazy turn of events. We've already had upsets this year. Sean O'Malley, Sean Strickland. I'm trying to think. Somewhat Alex Pereira, Izzy. Izzy knocked him out. We really didn't see that coming. But we've had these crazy upsets. And now, this could be the craziest one yet. Literally. Coming off of that loss, Volk, and arguably some people think that he won. Like, this, if he wins this, bro, this cements his legacy as probably the best featherweight. I mean, in my opinion, I think he might be the best featherweight right now, even with the Islam loss. He's dominated the featherweight division so hard, and now if he goes up and beats Islam, and then, because you know they're gonna do a trilogy fight just to settle it, it's gonna be 1-1. You feel me? And in my opinion, they're probably gonna do it in the U.S. on a big card because it's going to be big. And I'm gonna throw another thing out there, another hot take. I think whoever wins, or if Alex wins, he's gonna be like fuck. He's gonna be like fuck for the weight division right now. Fuck it. We're gonna play in this lightweight division. If he wins, he's going to do an immediate rematch with Islam UFC 300. I think that's in April. Because it's October, November, December, January, February, March, April. That's 7 months. Really 6 if you want to just be technical, because October is going to be over. So really November, December, January, February, March, April. 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. I think, I'm telling you. And then one thing that I did hear is the fight was actually with Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is the next one for the title fight in the featherweight division. That was going to be in January. So I think, and the rumor is now, Max Holloway versus Ilia Topuria for a interim title, which I'm not mad at that because Max Holloway has beaten these contenders. Now, I am a little bit mad that he's beating these contenders. Like, Volk has no one to really fight because Max is beating them. If Max wasn't there, bro, he'd be in the ring with killers, but I even think that he'd be outclassing them. Arnold Allen, I think Song Yadong was in it. No, Song Yadong is in 135. I'm tweaking. Wait, is he 135? I don't know if he's 135 or 145. I'm not sure, but but Max Holloway has been stomping these niggas. Like I said, I'm not mad, but I'm mad a little bit. You feel me? Like I'm mad, but I'm not mad, bro. Because he's doing what he's doing, bro. He's even though they had a third fight. I think if he beats Ilya Topuria for the interim, you gotta get. He's undeniable. Even if he does lose, bro. Even if he does lose a fourth time, he was undeniable. And this is where we get in the conversation of kind of like gatekeepers. You feel me? If you can beat this guy, then you deserve a title, right? Or you deserve a title shot. Let me say that. But it was Robert Whitaker in the middleweight division. It's Kobe Covington in the 170 division, welterweight division. Like these are the things I'm talking about. Like he's undeniable. If he even like I said, even if he loses to Volk, he's undeniable. 100% would have been the featherweight champion if Volk wasn't there. But Volk is so dominant. Like I would not be surprised if he beats him a fourth time, bro. Granted, I want to see Max go in there and win because I feel like he deserves it because he's been fighting all these fucking killers. Like, bro, niggas, he's stepping there with TKZ, knocked him out. He stepped in there with Yair when I think Yair was maybe lower in the rankings, and he was too. I think I'm pretty sure. He's fought. I really think he's gonna fight Ilya for the belt in January. I think that sets it up. I really think it just depends on. Well, even still, Volk isn't gonna turn around in 2 months, bro. So I think the fight has to happen. Ilya, yeah, he's next. He beat Josh Emmett, but shit, you get. Let's think about this for the UFC and Ilya. Yeah, it's a risk, but it's a big risk. You get a title shot. You get a title, an interim title, versus Max Holloway. If you beat Max Holloway, which I'm pretty sure he's confident that he can do, you get that name. You get basically a solidified number one contenders fight versus Volkanovski. And if you win versus Volkanovski, you got two of the biggest names in the featherweight division just to start off. And if you beat those two, you can beat anybody. Literally, you can beat anybody in the division, in my opinion, because those are literally the two best people in the division right now, bro. If you beat those two, I'm telling you, Ilya is in a spot where it's gonna be fucking difficult to get a win or get these wins back to back. Like he's in a spot where, bro, you can make history. Like you can start off making history. You can beat Max Holloway that's on top of his game still. You can beat Volkanovski that's arguably really not even in his prime. Like he's kind of I think about it. I think Volk is 35 or 34. So yeah, he's in his prime. You can beat a Volkanovski that's in his prime, and then get it if he wants a immediate rematch. You beat him again. That's history. So Ilya is kind of starting off. If he gets these wins, bro. Telling you, man, Ilya can be on some history making shit. But anyway, that's a little rant, a little bit on Ilya and Max Holloway. But let's get back to the point at hand. So Volkanovski steps up. Islam versus Volk 2 is on now. But then we get another thing from Dana saying that Paulo Costa just said that he released it himself. He said that he had surgery on his elbow, and now this nigga got some type of bacteria in his elbow from the surgery. So now he can't fight. He gets pulled because the doctor said he cannot fight. And guess who fucking steps up? A matchup that should have been made earlier. And this pissed me off. This pisses me off so bad. Kamaru Usman versus Khamzat Chimaev at 185. And this is what pisses me off, bro. When we us fans, right? When we fans, and these are really with these two matchups, with the Volk Islam 2 rematch, which should have been made, with the Kamaru Usman versus Khamzat Chimaev matchup, should have been made. Like, why wouldn't they make those fights at their weight classes? Really? Well, for the Kamaru Usman versus Khamzat, that should have been at 170 a long time ago. Right when Leon beat Kamaru the second time, it shouldn't have been Kamaru versus Bilal. It shouldn't have been Kamaru versus Warner Boy or freaking Rachmanov. It shouldn't have been those guys. It should have been Khamzat for a number one contender shot. Kamaru's back in the mix if he wins, and arguably he's there for a title shot if he beats Khamzat. Same way, if Khamzat beat Kamaru, he's there for a title shot. He's a number one contender. I don't understand why we can't even get that at 170. But now, I mean, obviously, it's because Khamzat moved up. But I think he would have stayed if he can get a title and then move. If he moves up, boom, he's a double champ. It would be one fight Kamaru Usman, 2 fight Leon Edwards, right? Leon Edwards is not getting an immediate rematch. I'm sorry. The UFC don't really like him as a champion. He does. I mean, yeah, he's there for the UK, but like, bro, they go to the UK twice a year, once a year. They don't give a fuck about that. Niggas don't really like Leon like that. So even the division don't really like him like that. Like the 170 division don't like that nigga like that. So they don't care about a immediate rematch. Even if he gets choked out, if he gets knocked out, it's not gonna be a fluke because Khamzat runs through people. So that's what they're gonna run with. So he goes up now. He fights a champion, Sean Strickland, DDP, Izzy, who I wouldn't say Robert because he just lost, but those people, whoever the champion is, he goes and fights them, and then he's a double champ. And that was supposed to be the plan because we knew you were too big, Khamzat. We knew you were too big for 170, bro. You had 2 good fights in you, bro. I'm telling you. Even after he missed weight, well, supposedly missed weight, I'm doing quotation marks, because the doctors pulled him, right? And he was like 9 or 6 pounds over or something like that, something crazy. We knew you had it. We knew you had it, bro. We knew you had 2 good fights, and those 2 good fights was a number one contender fight. You win that, you go into a belt. You win that, you go into another belt. If you win that, you stay in that division. That's just how that works for him. You had 2 good fights, bro. You couldn't keep it together for 2 good fights. You would have been a double champ. And in my opinion, I don't even think he can go up and win a light heavyweight title now. Because that's really what fighters are gunning for now. Keeping their spot. Once they can keep their spot, they can solidify their spot in their division. They want to move up. That's what Volk is doing. I think Sean O'Malley's gonna do that with Volk. If he defends the belt 2 to 3 more times, Sean O'Malley's gonna do the exact same thing. He's gonna go up and try to fight Volkanovski, which I'm not mad at that. And then once he wins the belt, maybe they do an immediate rematch. They do a rematch some type of way. He defends the belt. Now he's gonna move up because there's nothing left in that division for him to conquer. So all the fighters are gunning for that. But to bring it back to the 185 division, this is spicy. This is spicy because this has championship implications for it. This has championship implications because Israel Adesanya is no longer the 185 division champion. He's no longer the middleweight champion. Sean Strickland is. So, with Kamaru Usman back, Izzy just dropped on his YouTube channel saying that he's not going to be back. He's not going to be back soon. He's going to take a break, which, I mean, he needs it. He needs it. I think even his fight career needs it, right? Him taking that loss, um, you feel me? It kind of signified that he needed to take a break, and evolve as a fighter. You feel me? I think he needs to take a year break or close to a year break. You feel me? He needs to chill. You feel me? So Kamaru is in now. I think the landscape of the middleweight division is about to change drastically. We could have up to 3 champions in the next year, bro. Starting at maybe I'd probably say April or May, maybe even March, because Sean Strickland is out. Abu Dhabi card. Whoever wins between Kamaru and Hamza gets another one, gets in a shot, or gets a title shot. So whenever that fight we made, we could, bro, literally we could see Sean Strickland lose to Kamaru Usman versus whoever the winner is, Kamaru Usman versus Hamza. So it could be either of those two. Then DDP fights, right? DDP fights, wins that title against that person, right? The title changed hands versus Sean, right? That's one. Then a loss to whoever won the Khanzat versus Kamaru Usman thing, right? Boom, that's another one. Then Izzy could come back and win the title back. I think that's what he's gonna do. Whoever the title challenge or whoever has the title, he's gonna gun for. In my opinion, you don't come back from a break and just jump into a title shot. So I think he's gonna have a fight before then. Maybe he has one I'd probably say August, September, October, and then we see him in the beginning of the year start to next year. Well, next year, we'll see him start to get back into it and hopefully get the win. Hopefully by the time the division is kind of, I'd probably say I would say flipped on its head. Now it's a new landscape. Hopefully when Izzy gets back, it's a new landscape so we can see more clean, more better matchups for him. I think Bo Nickel, if he continues with this, he will be top 5 in the division, or top 10 in the division. Hopefully, that's what I'm thinking. And hopefully Kamaru Usman will be in that discussion. You feel me? And hopefully they'll end up fighting each other. Izzy versus Kamaru. I'm down for that. Because then the test is Izzy, or Hamzat versus Izzy, which that's the one we really should have had. I really wish Izzy would have stepped into that. Because to be honest, that don't even have. I mean, it kind of has title implications, but it's interesting. You feel me? But hey, he just took a loss. Maybe he don't. He doesn't want to get back in because he said taking a break. But yeah, we should have been had those fights, bro. We should have been had them. Kamaru versus Hamza definitely is one of them at 170 because, like I said, Hamza had a real chance at being a triple champ. To me, to be honest, I was really looking at Hamza being a triple champ because he literally had Kamaru Usman coming off a loss. Perfect. Sets him up. That's literally a layup. That's an alley-oop. Dunks it. Boom. Then he goes on to Leon, which Leon is an all-around. He's more of a kickboxer that can wrestle, somewhat wrestle. You go toe-to-toe with him, you beat him. Maybe they wanted an immediate rematch. Maybe. But then you defend your title. Defend it, you win. Then you go up to the weight division where you're supposed to be at, in my opinion. You're supposed to be there. You beat that nigga. And based off of how the landscape is, bro would have had the perfect chance. Sean Strickland. Granted, Sean Strickland can wrestle. He has good takedown defense. But that's more easier, I think, or maybe the same amount of difficulty if it was Izzy. You feel me? He really has a chance. He really had a chance to be, you feel me, triple champ. But now I think it might be just maybe double champ, depending on who's the champion at light heavyweight. But if not, he's a middleweight champion. I really see that. He's a middleweight champion. Like he at least gets it once and defends it once, maybe, and then gets taken from him. So that's the card, bro. And now that I'm looking at it, I seen it earlier today, um, on Verdict MMA. Um, I think somebody pulled out. People are pulling out of this card, bro. It's a crazy week. And that's what kind of popped it all off. Now I think USADA was trying to be slick and try to get in on the news and try to like slide it under the table type shit where everything's going on. I said the US. USADA and the UFC are no longer partnered. If you didn't know, USADA is a anti-doping program that the UFC was using. Now, they really tried to throw Conor McGregor under the bus, bro, with like the whole exemption thing. Because apparently they said that Conor wasn't trying to do the 6 months, which UFC are saying that he wasn't going to get a fight in December. If you don't know the whole Conor thing, I'm not going to reiterate it. Just look it up. You literally can find it anywhere. Conor wanted to fight in December. The UFC and USADA told him, "You're not fighting in December. You're gonna wait out the 6 months. You're gonna do the anti-doping program." Because there is an exemption that Brock Lesnar got when he fought Mark Hunt, where you can get an exemption with I think 2 clean tests, and you don't have to ride out the 6 months, and you can just fight. Whenever they get you a fight, it could be in 3 months, it can be in 4 months since you entered the testing pool. So this is what that is. He tried to get it, but he couldn't. And so USADA tried to use that and say that was the reason why they weren't partnering now or weren't renewing the contract. Now, UFC, on behalf of Hunter Campbell and Jeff, I think it's Nowitzki, or I don't know. It started with an N. Jeff, he's the head of the anti-doping program at the UFC, and they came out and did a press conference about all the stuff. I listened to it this morning. Just this crazy thing, and it's crazy that USADA is kind of falling, bro, and it's really just for and I don't think a lot of people know this, but USADA it's not just for like it's not a predominantly combat sports thing. Right. USADA is used for the Olympics. There is another body or another program that the UFC is actually using and getting hip to. It's called drug-free sport. Now I don't know anything about. Well, really, I don't know anything like in depth about them. But a lot of people are moving to drug-free sport just because USADA goes through WADA, and I think it's the World Anti-Doping Agency or something like that. They go through WADA, and they deal with Olympics. So they're like, you feel me, testing the Olympics and all that stuff. And it's a very, very different, according to Hunter Campbell. So it's a different thing with, judging or not judging, testing, combat fighters. You feel me? It's a whole different ball game. You feel me? So they're moving on from USADA, and now they're going to drug-free sport. It's my opinion. A lot of people are saying. Let me preface this. A lot of people are saying that it's because so they can have more control over situations with like the John Jones thing, like they found a picogram, or Conor McGregor with the exemption. Obviously, he took steroids, bro. That's why he dropped out of the pool, the testing pool. So they're trying to, and obviously, other problems and stuff like that. But I think it's just a simple thing where people are getting mad. People are getting mad at UFC or over at the UFC, and they had to switch it up. So USADA had to go. Um, that's the brink of the um, UFC fight week or UFC fight weeks, because the literally next week is the fight. Like, that's fight week. So yeah, like I said, crazy UFC news. Now we're gonna get into literally what happened yesterday. Uh, Dylan Danis versus Logan Paul had a press conference. It was fucking insane. Now I'm not gonna talk about it fully, but we're gonna talk about it still. If I'm gonna give my opinion. I'm gonna talk about it. Logan is a bitch, bro. Logan is weird as fuck. Logan. So let me talk about the whole situation about the throwing thing. Logan. Oh, by the way, DAZN had a live stream on YouTube. They had a live stream. They had the press where they're talking, blah 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 blah. So then they cut to commercial break. Now this part, what I'm about to say, didn't get shown on the live stream until after this happened. I guess Logan was talking super spicy. He throws a water bottle at Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis gets up with his mic in his hand. He turns it around, right, and throws the bottom, not the fluffy part, the hard part of the mic at Logan's face. Cracks him right on the cheek. I'd say like the top of his cheek. Starts bleeding. Now Logan is holding his face and he's crawling down. Um, Logan's bitch. I'm sorry. That's literally, let's say Dylan lands an overhand, cracks him right on the cheek, breaks his cheek, something like that, right? And you gonna cower away? Like, the way that his body language said, bro, it was super weird. It was super weird with Logan. And while he's going out, while Logan's moving out of this off the stage, Dylan is still ready. Dylan is still ready to go. You feel me? And that says a lot. You feel me? He got a bottle thrown on him. Now he wants to fight. Not because here's my thing, and I see a lot of people saying that Dylan was wrong. No, he wasn't. Logan was wrong. I'm sorry, bro. If you're in public, bro, I don't give a fuck. This situation could this situation can be taken to literally into a fucking restaurant or even in the park. If a nigga throws a bottle at you, if a nigga throws you anything other than a ball, or even if a nigga throws a ball hard at you, like he wants to start something, you throw that motherfucker back. You crack his shit. That's lines for physical altercation. I'm sorry, because that's disrespect. And what people don't understand is disrespect comes in many forms. Disrespect comes in many forms, bro. It's more than putting your hands on someone. It's more than pulling a knife or just say a weapon on someone. It's more than calling someone a bitch. Nigga, you can look, and it kind of goes into like just body language shit, bro. If you look a guy in his eyes for too long, that can be taken as disrespect. If you blow a kiss at someone, that can be taken as disrespect. If you flick someone off, that can be taken as disrespect. If you cut someone off in traffic because they're driving too slow, in my opinion, you feel me? I take that as disrespect. So now I'm trying to get in front of you. Just